Toronto Comic Con is in a month, and I have never done the makeup for Corazon from One Piece. So today we're going to do a little bit of a cosplay test to figure out what I want to do with the makeup, what direction I want to go, and how the cosplay will fit. Alright, let's go. So I was looking at a few different references on Pinterest because I'm doing a femme version of Corazon. So I want to do something a little less like exact reference. So I was looking at different clown core pictures on Pinterest, and I found this one cosplayer who did Corazon's makeup literally so gorgeous. I'll insert a picture. So I'm gonna play around a little bit today with something similar but a little bit different than just the main kind of triangles. I want to give it a little pizzazz, a little personality, if you will. The first thing I want to do is my base, because I'm not going to be able to like do foundation around the graphic eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my two colors of foundation, because this one's a little lighter than this one, and I do want a touch of a light base. I don't want to go full like Chapel Roan white base, but I want something a skosh lighter than what I normally do. So I'm going to start off there. I'm going to prime with my milk primer just because I find for conventions, I don't know why I shook that. For conventions, this one lasts the best in my opinion. I haven't found something that I like that's as long wearing that like kind of agrees with my skin. I like to let that primer sit for a little bit before I put my foundation on. So I need to find contacts for Corazon. I'm looking for like a brown. That would be ideal, because I think that that's what he has. Most of the time with the men in One Piece, you'll get like a flash of the color of their eye, but most of the time you can't really see their pupil. It's not like a Nico Robin sort of situation. Oh, that'll be pretty. Yeah, that's it. Alright, what is that? I love when they don't put the name of it on. It's so good. We have a pair. Alright, those aren't exactly what I would call brown. They're more yellow. But we'll make it work. I only cried a little. I'm going to be using the Dior Forever Skin Glow in 00 and the Haus Labs foundation in 15 Fair Warm. I don't particularly like the way that Haus Labs names their foundations because it's the opposite of what it is, kind of like MAC. So Fair Warm is really fair. Cool. So I'm gonna... Wow, those are really similar now that they're actually on the back of my hand. I probably could have just used the Dior one. Oh well. Let's give her a little mixy mix. When I'm doing cosplay, I do way more foundation than I do when I'm not in cosplay, because it is almost like stage makeup. I'm gonna blend with a brush first and then I'll go in with my sponge. But I'm just gonna start to lightly blend that out. Ooh, cheeky hair right in there. Ooh. Is that pilling? Oh, it is. They're doing it on this side too. No. Okay, sometimes your foundation peels. I've done this routine literally so many times. Stop embarrassing me in front of the internet. Alright, I'm gonna do the rest of my face and then we're gonna come back to that betrayal. Anyway, you can tell that this is a bit lighter than my skin tone. It will oxidize a little bit. I say a bit lighter than my skin tone and then that matches. So it's gonna look pretty mask-like at first, is what I've discovered when I use this foundation. But then when I blend it with a sponge, it's gonna look a lot better. We start blending. Ew, there's water all over my hand. And it just like melts it in. It's crazy. I have two concealers that I will use. One that is more accurate to my skin tone. This one's a little bit lighter. I think I'm gonna go in with the one that's a little bit lighter to kind of emphasize that clown core vibe that I'm going for. I'm only gonna really do it under this eye because under this eye is gonna be like all navy. And I think I'm just gonna do just a skosh. Maybe a little on my chin. I'm having a little bit of a hormonal breakout on my chin, which is Not very nice, not very demure, must I say. Since this is a little bit more, I don't know, like it's not polished clown makeup in that everything is very precise and like very intentional. I want it to be a little bit grungy because obviously, like when you think about Corazon, he doesn't give off precise makeup vibes, you know? Like he is very calculated, but I don't know if that would translate into his makeup because his whole cover is being a little bit more unhinged. So I think leaving a little bit of some darkness there is passable. The only reason I'm covering it is because I want it to look good for pictures. That's pretty much it. And then with just any excess concealer on my brush, I'm not picking up any new ones. I'm just gonna go on my nose a little bit, just because I tend to get red there very quickly. Okay, we're gonna contour. It's gonna be scary, but it's gonna be fine. We're gonna make it through, okay? You and I got this. I'm gonna go in with a cream contour first. This is so gloopy and nasty. I traveled with this and it turned into something terrifying and gross. So like I did with my concealer, I'm gonna put a big old gloop of that on the back of my hand. This is also, high chance, might be expired. And start to carve out my face for definition. I never contour on my day-to-day life. But again, when I'm doing cosplay, I want a certain type of a look. And contouring will help us achieve that. So I'm doing pretty high up on my cheekbone. I'm gonna do kind of here. And then you won't really see it because of my wig, but I want to do around the hairline, like such. Just because even though if my wig covers something, you never know how your bangs are going to move. And I don't want to be caught out with an undone forehead, you know? Alright, so we have one side that's more contoured, one side that's not. You can kind of get a gist of it. This is not my favorite contour product by any means. However, it is one that is light enough, which is something. I know that Judy Doll, the makeup brand Judy Doll, makes some very ashy fair cream contour that I would like to try, but I don't like to buy a bunch of new products if I have one that still kind of works. So I'm gonna make this e.l.f. one work. I just give this honestly a very basic blend with this brush. And then I go in with my sponge. My beautiful, beautiful AOA Studio sponge. I'm gonna bring this one down a little bit more. Corazon's so fucking bony that, like, bone structure, you know? Alright, I'm gonna show you on this side as well. So you can see I have a very soft jawline. So what I'm gonna do is find the edge, come in a little bit closer on my face, and then follow that line around. So you're really kind of putting it on the edge of your face instead of just on your jawline. I'm gonna give myself a cheeky little beard. And then don't forget to blend that down and out as well. Oh, just put a little bit more on. And it'll give something, you know? Alright, for my nose, I only powder contour because I personally am not very good at cream contour, if you can't fucking tell. Do I want blush? I feel like blush is clown core. That's like... I feel like he needs a little pink on the cheeks. I think I'm going to do a powder blush instead. Okay. Go team. We're fully powdered. We look a little dead inside. That's the goal. I can add life back into my skin afterwards, but we go for longevity for convention makeup. Now this is my favorite contour. Woo! It's the Romand, depending on how much spice you put on it. It is their Better Than Contour in Gray Cool. They have two colors of this, but this, the emphasis on Gray Cool, that is straight up a gray shadow. It's so good. So I'm gonna take a swizzle of the lighter colors on this palette, tap off the excess, and go in and just carve out the like very edge of the creams I put on, so it kind of creates a little bit of a gradient. There's a fuzz on my face. This powder is so soft that it blends very easily. I do like the Korean Chinese cosmetics for being more gently pigmented. It's very hard to mess up when you use those products because, like, look at that. That's crazy. Blend, blend, blend. And then I use this opportunity to a little bit contour my neck because sometimes it looks a little weird if you have a fully done up face and then it immediately stops right here. Like if you wear your hair up in a cosplay too, you want to like put foundation on your ears, which seems very counterintuitive and weird. But I mean, if you're dressed up as an elf, is it really that crazy to put makeup on your ears, you know? And then I'm gonna take a tiny brush and I'm gonna go in with, I think, this middle shade to start, and then I can blend out with this lighter one. And when I start to contour my nose, I'm gonna take it in this hollow so you can see that the brush fits right there. We're gonna go in with a tiny bit of blush, a tiny bit, just a bit. And I'm just gonna kind of put that blush more towards the back of the cheek, just because I don't want it to interfere with that under eye I'm gonna have going. A little bit of blush, I say, as I put on so much blush. That's pretty. That's pretty. Now that we look crazy, we're gonna speed run some stuff real quick. I'm gonna do my eyebrows real quick. We'll be back. All right, break. All right, we're rocking with brows, lashes, liner. I desperately need a new liquid liner before this convention. Mine is on its last leg. Okay. For the graphic under your eye, I'm gonna talk through what I intend to do. We'll see if this ends up being like a fail video or not. When doing graphic makeup for conventions, like to use these. These are the About Face graphic eye paints, or are they fluid eye paints? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this. This is the color Lost Unfound. It is a navy. I'm gonna take some of this on a very, very tiny brush. So little, so itty bitty. And I'm gonna use that to draw out the spikes. And then ideally I want them to look like a little bit connected. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I'm gonna pick some of this up in this tiny, tiny detail brush. Look at how little, so itty bitty. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit for this. Against my will, don't make fun of my pores. I will cry. I'm gonna start, I think, the outer corner. So Corazon has 4 spikes. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's adjust the length on these a little bit. I think I want the middle 2 to be the longest. And then, okay, I want it to kind of curve either side in. I can feel it drying on my face. That's so fun. Oh my god, okay. I have another brush I'm gonna use to fill these in. Just need to get these outlines done. Oh, I just smudged it! It's fine. Okay, are we seeing the vision? This is literally so stressful. I feel like I'm back in geometry class. And I did not do good in geometry class. Okay. We have a very rough outline. Let's fill her in, boys. I say to myself. a little bit of a thicker brush. Not really though. I'm gonna put the paint on just one side. I feel like I'm diffusing a bomb right now. I haven't been breathing this whole time. Honestly, at this point, if it just gets on, we can make the rest of it work. Okay, okay, okay. It's something. I don't like it, but it's something. We might need to smoke this bitch out, I fear. Let's start by popping a little along the corner. And I'm gonna actually, I think I'm gonna go along the wing. Like that. Yeah. So they're kind of in harmony. We're gonna try it. For posterity, this is what it looks like before I fuck it up. I'm gonna take a little bit on a blendy brush. Did I just fuck that up? I think I did. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Somebody stop her! Okay, that's something. You get a little bit more of the blue in that. Okay, where did I put my tiny brush? There it is. Tiny brush. Tiny chopper. I like the kind of smudgy vibe it's giving. It's like he like smush and then did it. What I am gonna do is my waterline is far too naked. I'm gonna go in with another About Face. This is a pencil. Blue is the new black. Don't know if I buy that, but sure. Yeah, that's better. That gives a more smoky vibe. And then, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a sparkle pen. This is the Half Magic Sparkle Stick at Crayon. I'm gonna do it on both sides, but I'm aiming for like a messy inner corner. So I want it to blend down a little bit. And I'm gonna just take my finger and kind of blend it down a little bit. I want her to look messy. I want her to look like she's been about. And this one's kind of almost a little bit blue. I like it. Ooh, she's so messy. We're gonna say that that's purposeful. It's purposeful. I feel like I need to zoom you back out so you can't see my shame. I'm gonna take a very bluish highlight. On God. And then on this side, I'm gonna take my sponge and blend her in a little bit. On this side, I'm just gonna buff with my finger. Messy. It's giving Kasha. I like it. From a distance, it looks a lot better. Alright. Now we're doing lip. She's giving lip. Alright. Time for the lip. And by lip, I mean it's still eyeshadow because I have not bought a red liquid lipstick that I like yet. Alright. I'm gonna start by outlining my lip, and then we'll go in for the clownery. The clownification, if you will. I keep in my head on repeat 15 Minutes by Sabrina Carpenter. I can do a lot in 15 minutes. No, this has truly taken me so long to do. I'm not overlining, and I actually have a Cupid's bow because I feel like that looks better. Or less look. No one comment about how crusty my lips are. I'm aware. I can't stop biting though because of current life events. And for this, I'm gonna start hopefully small and go from there. But I'm gonna go from my bottom corner. Like such. Oh my goodness. Okay. Do we see the vision? It's visioning. Oh my god, this is so bad. And this is why I need an actual lipstick. Because this is moving around. Clownery! I'm gonna go see if I can fix this fuck up. I fixed it! You know what time that means. For an actual convention, oh my god, my eye. For an actual convention, I would braid my hair. But I am home. I don't gotta do all that. This is how we do it when we're lazy. And also, this is a hard front wig and it has bangs. So I don't have to try too hard. Alright. Wig! Let's fucking go, man. I'm gonna be wearing a skirt at this convention, but the highlight for me of this is my Steady Hands Corazon cardigan. She is love, she is life. This is the finished look. I bought this hat off of Etsy. I will insert a link. This wig was styled by me. It's by Kazuo Wigs. The cardigan is by Steady Hands. This coat, my boots, and my skirt were all thrifted. So there we go. Corazon cosplay ready for MTCC. See you guys there.